Okay, so let's continue the part 2 of MyHouse7 walkthrough series. And in this video, it's going to be the last video. I tried actually to cut uh, the 3 parts into 2 parts so that you don't need to, watch 3 videos. So you can watch only 2 videos to understand the whole concept. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to finish up with MyHouse7, and most of our work in this video will be pivoting around the network. You're going to learn how to pivot around the network. Actually, I have previous videos to explain the concept of, network pivoting. So after an attacker gains access to a network by, let's say he has got access to a gateway, and after that, in order to achieve the cyber kill chain, they're gonna look after their purpose or the goal of the operation, which is gaining permanent access and harvesting information. So they're gonna do network pivoting, where they're gonna go around the network from computer to computer, subnet to subnet, going after their information or going after their goal. So we're going to learn how to do that from an attacker standpoint, and we're going to wrap up and re-up the lessons learned from this challenge. Okay, so let me get back now to the scanning results. So where do we stand now? So it's the Nmap scan results that we did in the last video, and this time we're going to be going after this port. Okay, so let's open the browser quickly. Upon opening the web page using this port, we're going to be presented with, backup of time clock software, database concern, new time clock software. And here, upon reading this statement, a directory has been revealed. So if you grab this, copy, and oops, okay, so let's copy that again. Enter. So you're going to see the flag. Of course, I'm not interested in the flag. And you're going to see browse backups all to zip. So let's save that file. And in a separate terminal, okay, so cd download. Okay, so we unzip the file, and we see different PHP files over here. Add entry, add user, backup, change password. So if we look at db.php nano, we're going to see here database credentials. So database credential has been revealed for this host. Okay, so this host seems to be an internal IP. Okay, because right now we are dealing with the external IP address. This is the gateway or the NAT IP address for an internal computer that acts as the gateway of the Docker images. Okay, and this IP address seems to be an internal IP address inside the internal network. And here are the root credentials for accessing the MySQL database. So yes, we're gonna make note of that, and let me open this file. I'm gonna explain to you later why I created this file and what are these. So let's add root, and let's add anchor db. Save that. Okay, exit. Let's get back over here. So we have the backup file which has root credentials for the MySQL database, and it's a flag file over here. We are done. I'm done from here. So let's go back. And let me try time clock alone, since curiosity is the main drive for hackers. Time clock. Okay, let me go out. You're gonna see here login interface. Okay, so upon trying admin as a default credentials, we are able to log in. And upon clicking on users, I'm going to see a list of username and passwords. And that's where I get these information from. Okay, so I put this information, wrap them up into a file so that I have username and password list in the same file, in addition to the root credentials for the SQL database. So I'm armed with a lot of information right now. So okay, let me go back. Let's go down. Database concern. I noticed that database is running as a root user. I found this out by running. Oh my. I could be wrong. Can double check. Okay. New time click software. Yeah, we tested it out. Oh, okay. So let me go back to backup. And browse backups. Click on that. We see there is a usage guide for using this PHP script over here. So you see, previous declaration of common execution vulnerability, pretty simple. It doesn't need pen testing. It's explicit. It's saying that I am hacked, I am vulnerable, just go ahead and exploit me, okay? So we can gain shell access from this, okay? I'm gonna show you how, but this is a repetitive process because we did that in the previous video. Let me close up this. All right, so over here, I'm gonna turn on intercept and, oh, okay, forget about purpose. I'm not gonna configure the network settings right now. I'm just gonna take this over here, copy that, and then from here, you're gonna just, let's say, which check if NIC is installed on the system, not installed. Perl, okay, so Perl is presented on the system. So I'm just gonna, go back to here and gonna grab the Python reverse shell or Perl reverse shell and put this over here after URL encoding, connect back to your listener on your local machine, and your boom, you have your netcat. But we're gonna utilize the information we have harvested from the database over here. So I'm gonna minimize this here and okay, false purpose suite. I don't need this anymore. And what is that? Okay. So this is the mess I left here. So okay. So we have SSH over here. So let me now use Hydra with the credentials I have over here to log in to the SSH server and try to crack the credentials. So Hydra L, which is gonna be root desktop pass and password root same. Oh, okay, SSH and 192.168.94 enter. Hydra command not found. Oh, I think I have typo. Hydra. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, so admin those SSH now admin 2. Okay, and the password admin, and we have now access to the other subnet or to the gateway, actually. So we now grep bin bash. Okay, so I'm admin over here, and if I run sudo -i, I'm gonna type my password, and you're gonna see I can get root access easily, and this is pretty much easy. So let's gather information about the Docker images. So let's type Docker stats. Okay, so here are the Docker images that are running on the gateway system that we just gained access to. So these are the Dockers, the name, the ID, the usage, and the stats. So what we're going to do now is let's Control C and type Docker execute IT, and let's grab the name of the Docker. Let's try red and bin bash. So guess what does this do? It's gonna give us root access directly to the Docker, but this is too easy, yeah? I mean, this is near non-realistic actually. There's no Docker images that are too easy to exploit like this. So, okay, so let me exit root, okay, and let's see the IP address information of the Dockers. Ifconfig, and we're gonna see here the subnets that host the Dockers. So I have 201, which is the management. I have this subnet over here, and I have 10, 30, 20. I think this is, oh, this is the gateway, by the way, NAT IP address. And yeah, so the next step is scanning the subnets one by one, which is now we are starting the network pivoting step. We're going to scan every subnet from these subnets, okay? And we're going to see what are the open ports for each subnet and how can we exploit these subnets I gain access to. So let's nmap TCP connect scan the first subnet, which is 31.10.0.24. Okay, so I can see now I have so all of these IP addresses on this subnet running port 80, and this one, I think this is the gateway. If I'm not wrong, the internal IP address of the gateway. Okay, this is the external IP, which means that the network is behind NAT. So this is the internal IP address of the VM, and these are other ports, IPs, endpoints, whatever clients on this subnet. So how can I interact with these subnets? So this is how we're gonna do network pivoting, and we're gonna open your terminal, go over here, and just type SSH, do SSH forwarding. We're gonna pivot around the network using SSH Tunnel. Okay, so -L, and let's say I'm gonna use the port 1313 and the IP address of my target, which is, let's say this one over here, 31, 10, 25, and the port 80, L, admin. What does this do actually? From this command, we are establishing network tunnel, okay, network tunnel through SSH, okay, to this subnet. So at the end result, we are interacting with this internal IP address. Okay, so the interaction between us, me, the attacking system, and this internal IP address wouldn't have been happened, okay, or wouldn't have been occurred if I would not have access to the SSH tunnel of the gateway. Okay, so now I am using my access, okay, to the gateway, okay, to push comments to this internal IP address. Okay, I'm gonna hit enter, password. Yeah, so now I have SSH access to this over here. Yes. So, but the interaction, you're gonna keep this open, okay, very important. And you're gonna get a new file, and you're gonna interact with this subnet or this IP address internal client from your attacking machine. So imagine how SSH tunneling is important for network pivoting. So yes. So here we have this open port 80. So we're gonna just curl, and I'm gonna use my IP address, localhost. Okay. It doesn't mean that I'm curling myself. Okay. It means that I'm interacting with the internal IP address from my machine through SSH. So if you run netstat au, you're going to see that we are listening to this port, okay, which is the port that I specified over here. So I'm listening to the port 3013, and I'm pushing comments to this internal network or internal clients on this network over here through the SSH tunnel that has been gained access to by this gateway over here. So curl, yeah, connection refused. Interesting. Yeah, of course, type. Um, okay, so let me try to access this from my browser. I think, I don't know what's gonna, oh, okay. So I type, uh, okay, let me go back to the SSH tunnel over here, ID admin. Okay, so it means that the web server is down or something, which is probably yes, because I mean, there is no clue about these subnets over here or IPs. Every one of them running um, open port 80 over here. So let me skip this subnet over here. I don't know why it refused the connection. So let me scan the next subnet, which is 72.31, 20.0.24. So here, I've got different results. As you can see, that we got, port 24 open on this IP or internal client, which means that we're going to interact with this client or with this internal client using the same way we interacted with the previous subnet. Okay. So, but before we need to know what kind of port is this. Okay, we're gonna use very basic principle of pen testing, which is banner grabbing. So we're gonna do netcat the IP and the port 24. Okay, very interesting. SSH. So this port is running on SSH, which means that let's establish our tunnel to this machine. Okay, let's quit this over here. I don't need it. Okay, SSH. Let's open a new port in our attacking machine. Let it be 1314. The target internal IP address, which is 31.20.194, and the target port 24. L admin and our piggyback 94 admin. Okay, so we're going to open a new terminal over here and start interacting with this system. So how are we going to interact with a system that's running an SSH server on port 24? Okay, so let's first make sure that our attacking machine is listening on the port we specified over here, which is 12314. Okay, so next that 4. Oh, okay, so we're listening on 1314. Perfect. So let's start interacting with this. How? We're going to try to connect to the SSH server, or actually, we're going to try to crack the SSH server running on this internal client. What we're going to do is use this word that's over here. Let's do Hydra, and user will be root. The password will be the password list we have on my desktop, and the target IP is this one. Copy this, SSH, and I'm going to specify the port that I am listening on, which is very important if you are doing Hydra or you are doing Hydra for an internal client that you are pivoting into. So the IP, the port would be 1314. Start. Okay. So now we are cracking the SSH server running on this internal client. How awesome it is. Let's see. Oh, cannot connect to. I think there's something wrong with this. Let me try 24, which is the port that the server is listening on. I mean, the internal IP address server. Start. Interesting. So there must be something wrong here. Okay, let me go back and let's see if so 1314. Let me add it is correct. Everything is correct. 20. Yes. 24. Okay. Do you think we need to change the oh, okay, let's get this back to 104. And yes, we've got a very important thing, which is replacing the internal IP client with my subnet IP. Sorry, local IP address, because I'm doing network everything. So I'm gonna assume that I'm doing this on myself, but I'm not doing this on myself because I'm using the network tunnel that has been established. So let's try now. So the connection has been established successfully, but the password list didn't work. So I'm gonna change this to word lists, and Let me specify 1.txt, which is one of the word list I have. Enter. So I think this is going to be successful since I tried this, but I don't know why the heck did password.txt file didn't work. Oh, quick. Okay. So in this subnet, we've got only the current IP address that we're attacking right now. Other than that, we are done with the subnet, and we have only the subnet with 30 left for enumeration and cracking. And after we do that, we're going to end up cracking all of the Docker images, actually. Okay, so while Hydra is working, let me scan the other subnet with connect scan 30, and let's see. Oh, so here. Okay, so over here we have this client, internal client on this subnet that's running on port 445.139 open. So we're gonna do the same, but this is Microsoft DS, and port 45 is for network file share. So I'm not sure why there is a mix-up here. Okay, but this port is for network file share, SMP client. So it means that this client over here is running SMP server. So we're gonna be enumerating network file shares. It's gonna be interesting actually. So now we're gonna establish another tunnel to this client. Okay, SSH L. Let's select 139, the same, doesn't matter. One nine, oh, and the port is 139. L admin IP address of the gateway for admin. Okay, so we've got another SSH tunnel that needs to be established, which is for the port 45. Need to change this to 45 and 45. So here the IP will change to 194. Yeah, admin. And the second tunnel has been established. Now let's interact. Let's see what happened with Hydra. Oh, okay. So let's wait and do our second interaction with this client over here. So we're gonna, oh, new terminal over here. Okay. So we're gonna, since I have 445, I need to interact with SMP file shares. So we're gonna do this by using SMP map to see what are the network file shares on this server or this client. Don't forget while doing network pivoting to use your or the local IP address. Oh, sorry, the local loopback IP address. So 127.0.0.1, yes, enter. Oh, so there's something wrong. You know, I think I need to finish up with this because I have many tunnels open right now. So this is for 445. This is for 139. Okay. And this is for this client over here. So I'm not sure why this doesn't succeed. Oh, see, connection refused. Oh, some ports, 445. Okay, so I'm going to establish the tunnel again. Not sure why there is something that happened. Let me change the port to 2034. Okay, let's try again. Okay. There's no connection over here. Check out Hydra. Nothing yet. All right. Okay, let me close that. And this. Uh, 139. I'm going to do that again. Just making sure everything is correct. Oh, so here it is 139 over here. So there was a mistake in the port. Yep. 445, 445. Okay, close it down. And, oops, okay. So SMP map. Oh, I don't know why the reason why it's happening, but and this has taken so long to crack the password. So So this tunnel over here for, okay, close this down. And this is for, okay, close it down, no problem. If we can't close this down. Actually, I am confused now with how many tunnels I have. Okay, so I'm going to close everything. I'm sorry for this, but yes, the connection has been disconnected. So I got mixed up actually with the number of tunnels. I shouldn't have left the header running and jumped from tunnel to tunnel actually. Just gonna do that again. Let's start. Yep. Yeah. Look at how many times I've established listener at the same port. Okay, how dumb I am. Okay, so let me now do it again, but this time I'm gonna do this first for the network file share 9, and the port I will change the port to something very unique. 999 emergency. Okay, and here, yep, man. Okay, so admin, yep. Okay, second shell, second tunnel. It will be on port 445. And 888. Okay, great. Now let's interact now. Hope things will go well. Okay. Again. Actually, I'm very confused. So I'm logged in to the client. And it's saying no open ports. Very interesting. So I'm listening on port 999, 888, and no open ports. I what the heck with this? So everything seems right. The comments, the ports. Maybe I should try sudo. What do you think? Okay, close this down. Let's try this with sudo. No, I'm not sure this is the reason actually, but just trying. Okay. The same. Sudo. Yep. So I'm establishing successful SSH connection to internal IP address, but I cannot interact with this. I mean, from my place. Yep. Very annoying. Okay. So I'm not sure what the reason is, but uh, let me check out the Hydra or the wordless I have. So this one over here. Okay, it's not so long word list, but okay. So, and this password list over here, I'm not sure why does it succeed. Root, anchor DB. So why? I think anchor DB and okay. So let's save that and let me try to game with this subnet over here. This one with this IP. So let's try to establish tunnel with this one. Hopefully this time will succeed. Let's close out these and yep. Okay. So I'm gonna change this one to 20. Yep. 194. And the port will be 24. And here will be 555. Okay. Establishing our SSH tunnel. Okay. Let's try Hydra right now. Root and the word list after some amendments. Of course, local loopback and SSH. And the port is 24, of course. Oh, there is something wrong over here. So, let's try that. Oh, cannot connect. Yep, it should be, I think 555, yeah. Which is the listening port my machine is listening to push comments. Oh, so I've got here credentials to log in to the internal client. So let's log into this client. Root at okay. I think I should use over here. I'm not sure if this is correct, but we should use the port that the listening port 555 in order to log in to this. So I'm gonna just go back and specify the port, which is 555, and then I'm gonna specify the local loopback, and after that, I'm assuming that I'm trying to log in with root access, which is the credential I've discovered. Click on yes, and the password is anchor Oh, so here we've got root access to a Docker image, which is over here, ID root. Oh my. Yep. So this is how, this is one way actually to get access to an internal client on a network through network pivoting, then using password cracking. I'm not sure why I couldn't connect to the SMB client, SMB server, or the server that's running the SMB client. Actually, there must be something wrong, but if you have done this, just put down in the comments below how you did it, or what was the reason why I couldn't connect to the internal clients that's running on 445 and 129. So that's it for this video, and that's it for this challenge. Actually, there are many lessons to learn from this challenge, of which there should be a firewall that's filtering out allowed machines and the ingress and egress points. There must be some strict filtering mechanisms not allow connecting from outside or inside for specific servers or specific clients from inside the network. In addition to permissions, problems, and other things. Actually, about the vulnerabilities that actually there are vulnerabilities. I mean, just enumeration skills. We need some enumeration skills in order to find out the passwords, the hide thing, the list, the how we could be able to log in to this database over here. It's very simple, but the main purpose of this challenge is to teach you how to do network provisioning. Uh, yep. So as I told you, one way to prevent network pivoting around the network is that by protecting your gateway. Okay. So the way we got access to the gateway is by exploiting very, I mean, naive vulnerabilities actually that only required us to do some enumeration to find out credentials for the SSH server and for the database, MySQL. All of these information have been discovered by only enumeration, which is, I mean, yes, this channel is somewhat realistic when it comes to network pivoting, but the way we got access to the gateway, I mean, we just found the information, copy pasted on the website, and we grabbed this information, do some password cracking, and boom, we got SSH access into the gateway. And from that, we did nmap to find out and discover the Docker images IP addresses. And from that point, we did network pivoting around the network. We used password cracking, enumeration of SMB shares, but yep, you could say this machine is kind of realistic when it comes to network pivoting. But other than that, I mean, you're not gonna stumble upon a website on the internet and you find that the information, the credentials for the database or SSH server is, I mean, accidentally leaked or copy pasted on some directory. Of course, it's not gonna happen, but the main purpose of this challenge is to teach you how to enumerate, yes, some test password strength by using password cracks and do network pivoting. Thank you guys for listening and see you in the next challenge, hopefully.